Hey there, so we're over here at our new build in East Hampton, and today is day one of the footing. So I'll show you behind me. You can see we are fully excavated, and you can see the footing trench being put in now. So we're using Superior Walls on this project. Really neat product. It's a prefab wall. It comes delivered on flatbed trucks, and we have a crane on site. We drop them in place. It's really neat, so I can't wait to get to that day of install, and we'll get a lot of good footage then. So for now, let me show you how we do the footings here, and let me show you what's going on in the hole, show you some details. All right, so down here in this giant hole, and so you can see a lot of the footings are dug out, and now the next step is going to be filling the footings with our 1/2 inch crushed stone. So first things first, the surveyor was here yesterday, and the next step to getting ready for your foundation after you excavate the hole is having the surveyor come on site, pin all the corners in the foundation. It's really hard to use your offset stakes to do that. Once the hole is dug, those offset stakes are there for the excavator to dig the hole. So don't miss this step. Get your surveyor back on site and make sure he pins all the corners in the hole. Also, it makes the job go so much quicker and easier. So you can see starting there is one corner, and here and so on. So right over here is the front door, and this is a wall that's going to be a retaining wall for the front entryway patio. So you can see here, it's a spread gravel footing. So based on our soil conditions and our wall system we're putting in, we have approximately a 2'9" wide footing with no less than 8 inches of compacted gravel. So that's all that's required here. There'll be no concrete poured. It's not necessary. And with Superior Walls, this prefab foundation system, it's built to sit on the gravel footing. So that's why you do it this way. And there you can see we have our level lines here. So very simple, same way you would do a concrete footing, but just way quicker and easier and cleaner. So this pink line, this is our level, top of footing. So once we fill in all these trenches with the crushed stone, we'll hit it with the compactor, bring it down, and then we'll throw another layer of stone in there, compact it again until we're hitting nice and tight on top of that pink level line. And once we do that through this entire perimeter, then we're done with the footing on the main house. And then the next step is going to be setting our footings up here at the garage on the higher level. And here's our other patio. The patio actually is running from end to end, and that's going to be the next spot for setting the elevations. And I'll show you how we do that. All right, so here's one of the trickier details, but once you get it, it's really not so bad. And the cool thing is with Superior Walls, there's a lot of flexibility in their installation process. So you may be worried that, the wall's coming prefabricated and delivered. How do you create your overcut for your main wall and then install the wall at the same time for your garage? So they actually have the ability to free span their walls because they're such high PSI and reinforced that they can float basically for about 5 or 6 feet. So what's going to happen is once the main foundation wall is installed here, that'll be first. Then there's going to be some ledges already precast into the wall, which is going to hold this wall up against the foundation wall. So beauty of that is our footing is going to start right about there and continue around. And when they come to do install, they're going to sit the wall there, and it's actually going to float over this space and land on that ledge of this wall. So that's how you're able to do it. Then later when you backfill, you'll get all the fill underneath this small section, and you'll be fine because the way the wall is built, it has the ability to sit on this ledge and hit the footing over there. And even later on, if you ever had issues, it's okay that it's never going to sink or settle, because it's not going to be like a poured wall where it could potentially bow or settle in and start to crack. So that's how you address the higher points of your walls. The other thing is you can pour on site if you wanted to, your garages and your patio retaining walls. But we've been doing this for a while with them and we know how the system works, so it's not a problem for us to float these walls over and make it right once we set it. So that's how this goes. Again, here you can see the footing, gravel's going in. And the other thing the guys are doing now, they are digging out these spread footings. So those are precast concrete pads. This one's a 3 foot by 3 foot pad by 6 inches thick. So what we do is we dig about 14 inches down. We put 6 to 8 inches of compacted gravel down. And then when they come on delivery day, they're gonna set that pad on top of the gravel and it's gonna be pretty much level with the existing gravel of that footing. And so those are carrying a bunch of load points. So everything's figured. It's just a precast wall and has no difference than a concrete wall, except you have way more flexibility and capabilities, higher PSI. The wall is already waterproof and insulated and studded on the inside. But we'll get those videos up after install day or on the day and you'll be able to see how it goes.